2024 saw Premier David Eby on the defensive over key issues like affordability, drug policy, and public safety. He hung on to power, but with a smaller mandate than his predecessor, John Horgan, and just a 3-seat lead over the BC Conservatives. Even before the legislature resumes, Eby is facing growing impatience to roll out election promises like financial relief. This month, he said British Columbians will not get the promised $1,000 grocery rebate until the spring, as it must be approved by legislation. His Conservative rivals called him a Grinch.
But David was not done with his masterful plan to steal Christmas joy from each who in the land.
Eby is also under pressure to address the issue of repeat violent offenders in the face of random attacks in Vancouver and other cities. One of his answers is involuntary care, to detain people with mental health and addiction issues under the Mental Health Act. Eby promised the first sites will be opened this spring, with 10 beds at Surrey Pretrial Centre and more specially built at the Alouette Correctional Centre in Maple Ridge.
The beds that were announced, I mean, they're only a handful of beds, so are they enough?
The plan is we're moving to hundreds of beds across the province, and we have local governments coming forward with locations.
As for how long people will stay in those facilities?
There are a number of people who will be able to be stabilized and then moved into a lower intensity kind of environment. There are a number of people that will need full-time care for the rest of their lives.
One mental health advocate wants to see more oversight.
And it is clear to us that there's work to be done in and around improving the culture and the quality of involuntary care. So if the province is going to go forward with this, implementing measures that really safeguard quality, safeguard human rights, and provide independent oversight, like other jurisdictions, would be really, really important.
As for the toxic street drugs and the precursor chemicals that are often smuggled in to make them, Eby says port security needs to be strengthened. He's calling on Ottawa to chip in to address border security, saying he's been raising the issue for years, but Donald Trump's threat of U.S. tariffs has finally made it a pressing issue.
These are serious issues that need to be dealt with. So we've been working on that with the federal government for a couple of years with little success. I think we're going to have some more success now that the president-elect has raised that.
Eby says those tariffs would devastate BC's economy and threaten jobs in key industries such as agriculture, forestry, and manufacturing. It's just one of the issues the NDP will have to navigate when the legislature resumes in February. Katie DeRosa, CBC News, Victoria.